Hi, welcome to the first session on learning simple equations. Before learning how to solve these simple equations, let us first learn how to make or create an expression which would give a simple equation. What is an equation? Suppose I am writing a few expressions. First, let me use arithmetical expressions, then I'll use algebraic ones. I'm writing 8 plus 3 is 11. I'm again writing, suppose 8 plus 3 is less than 15. Or I might write x plus 3 is greater than 10. I can again write x, so that I said 8 plus 3, this is x plus 2 is equal to, suppose, 8. Now look at these four equations. I could have written a few more, but let it be. I used only the first addition operations, which can also be written as like with subtraction, multiplication as well as division. The first one, if you see, it is 8 plus 3 gives us 11. So whatever is the function in the left hand side of 8 plus 3, which is 11, the right hand side also has an answer which says it is 11. So the left hand side equals, so there is an equal to symbol, equals the right hand side. So this becomes an equation. On the other hand, in the second one, 8 plus 3 gives us 11, but the right side is not written as equal to 11. In fact, it is written that 8 plus 3 is less than 15. It is true, the statement is true, 8 plus 3 is less than 15, but it is not equated to the right hand side, therefore it is not an equation. In fact, this is called an inequality. I write it here, it is called inequality. Even the next one, it says 8 plus 3 is greater than 10. The similar reasons, it doesn't have an equal to symbol, the LHS is not equal to RHS, therefore 8 plus 3 is unequal. It is also an inequality, unequal to the right hand side, therefore it is not an equation. And the fourth one, there is an alphabet which is representing x, which is given as x. That means x is an unknown value. That unknown value plus something gives us 8. So there is an equal to symbol, there is an expression on the left hand side, and there is as well a right hand side figure. This is an equation. So we will actually be learning how to solve and find this unknown value of x. This being a very simple equation, it's quite visible that 6 plus 2 gives you 8, so x stands for 6. But let's now take up a few statements wherein we convert them into equation form. I'll keep writing here and then simultaneously make some equations from the statement given. The simple one is the sum of 5 and x is 12. Simply convert this into an expression. So it will just, I will write it here. It says sum of, so this side you have x or 5 you can write, with this 5 that gives us 12. This is the first one. Now I write another statement which says 5, or it can also be written like this, 5 less than x is 32. How would you write it? As if the statement reads, just start writing that way. 5 less, so it is minus 5. Then what? Then minus 5, that means 5 is subtracted from x, and that gives us 32. We'll learn how to solve them, but this is just formation of the equations, making of the equations from the statements. Maybe like 3 multiplied to some expression, maybe r, gives 27. So we can write 3 multiplied to r gives us 27. Or I will now take one with, I've taken one with addition, then subtraction, then multiplication. Let me take one with division as well. Quotient of, suppose p divided by 4 is, suppose 6. So this can be written as p, I don't have a division symbol, I'm writing it as this, divided by 4 gives us 6. This is how you frame, equations from various statements even. You can try few on your own. Now, because we will now be moving on to learning some solutions of how do you find these solutions. Now these 4 equations are pretty simple. You can see x plus 5 equals 12. So what plus 5 gives you 12? You can say it is 7 plus 5 gives you 12. Second makes it x minus 5 is 32. So what minus 5 is 32? It's 37 minus 5 is 32. This is when you are doing it mentally. These are very pretty simple equations, so you continue doing so. But we actually have to learn, a process of doing so. You might come across more complicated ones. Then what do we do? When we are solving any equation, what we do, we will just have to check. There are a few rules. First of all, a same number can be added to both sides of an equation. Thereby, actually, the resultant effects remain same. So there is no change in the resultant, effect. Therefore, you can add, or you can even subtract. You can even multiply, or you can even divide. I don't mean only for addition. What I mean is all the 4 operations can be done in the left hand side, and the same value, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division can be done to the right hand side as well. When I have written x plus 5, to keep x on the left hand side, because I need to find a value of x. So in the left hand side, I want to remove this 5, that will leave me with x only. So I'll subtract 5 from the left hand side. So this will look like x, which was plus 5 already there. I need to subtract this 5 to get it a 0. On the right hand side also, I'll have to do the same subtraction of 5. So on the left hand side, plus 5 minus 5 is 0. They will leave me with only x. And on the right side, it becomes 12 minus 5, and that gives us 7. Right? So the value of x is 7. Now let's try for the second one. In the second one, we have a negative of 5, minus 5 on the left hand side. Now to cancel that minus 5 and only be left with x in the left hand side, I need to add a plus 5. So I said we can add or subtract something in the right hand side as well, the same on the in the LHS, to do the same on the right hand side, that is RHS. I added a 5 on the left hand side to cancel the minus 5, because minus 5 plus 5 here will give us a 0, thereby leaving me with only x. But when I am subtracting 5 on the left hand side, we do the same on the right hand side as well. So that makes it 32 plus, it's 32 plus 5. So in the left hand side, minus 5 plus 5 becomes a 0, and we are left with only x. X is equal to 32 plus 5, that gives us 37. Look at the third one. Here 3 multiplied to r is 27. So if I want only r to be left on the LHS, I divide 3r by 3. So do so, 3r we will be dividing by 3. So on the right hand side also we have to divide the value by 3. So 3r by 3 leaves leaving us r on the left hand side, because this 3 and this 3 will get cancelled, and on the right hand side 27 divided by 3 will give us a 9. So r becomes 9 in the third part. Now look at the fourth one. In the fourth one, 4 is divided, 4 divides p. So to remove this p, only to be left with a p, to remove this 4 and to be left only with this p, I multiply the left hand side with a 4. So it becomes p by 4 multiplied by 4. Because p by 4 when multiplied to 4 will cancel those two 4's, and they were leaving only p in the left hand side. And on the right hand side also we do the same thing. We will multiply a 4 on the right hand side. So 4p by 4 multiplied to 4 is p. Thereby 4 into 6 is 24. So this is the very basic solution when you have only included involving the 4 operations. In the next session we will learn few more of these kind of solutions. We'll first take a few more examples on this and then learn a more advanced solution in the single variable. Thank you.